What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to my channel, guys. So guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys a simple forex strategy that you guys can use as soon as today. It doesn't matter if you have a small account or if you're a forex beginner. So if you find value in this video, all I ask is that you like this video, smash the subscribe button, and turn on the bell notification so you guys will always get access to my future videos. So now, without further ado, let's dive right in on the charts and let's take a look. I'll see you guys inside. Welcome back to my channel, guys. So guys, for this strategy, I'm going to be showing you guys a simple trading strategy that you guys can use for day trading, even if you're a forex beginners. So now looking at this chart right now, I recommend you guys use this strategy on the 1 hour time frame, even though it actually works on all time frame. But I recommend that you guys use this strategy on the 1 hour time frame. Now for this strategy, I'm going to be showing you guys some examples here. I'm going to be showing you a buy example, and I'll also be showing you guys a sell example. Now looking at this pair right now, we're looking at Euro USD and we're on the 1 hour time frame. Now looking at my chart, I have the 50 EMA here and I have the 200 EMA here. So I have the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. Make sure when you add in this EMA to your chart, make sure you add in moving average exponential, not simple. So now when we look at this right here, what do we see when we look at this buy trade here? We need to make sure that the price is actually above the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA when we're looking to get in a trade for a buy. Now, but before we get in at all, what do we see here? We can clearly see that we have a support zone that actually became a resistance zone. That's what we see here. Now we see that we have a support zone that actually became a resistance zone. We have support here. We actually have a support here. So price couldn't break this zone right over here. Now we can see over here that support actually became resistance. Now, but before we get in this trade, we need to make sure that we have a break above our resistance zone, then a retest back to the previous resistance zone, then we can get in the trade. Now I'm going to put this in replay mode and we're going to see where we could have got in this buy trade and be able to target our 50 pips. We start from right here and let's take a look at where our entry would have been. Got a retest right there. Now right over here, because we have the previous high right there, now our entry would have been right over here. We'll have our entry right over here. Now then we're going to target our 50 pips. But before we do that, for more confirmation, you can do this as well. We can see that this is the next zone right over here. We have the next zone right here. So now what do? Now we have the next resistance zone that we could potentially target, because price could potentially get to this next zone, which is our resistance zone. Now that's going to be our target, but we're looking for 50 pips. Now we're going to target 50 pips right here. Now our stop loss is going to be just right. We can have our stop loss right below our previous resistance zone. So we have 1:2 risk to reward ratio right there. So now let's take a look and see how this trade played out. Bam, there we got our take profit smash for 50 pips, risk to reward ratio 1:2 right there. Now that's how you use this strategy for a buy trade. So that's how you use this strategy for a buy trade. And let me show you guys one more thing. Now, if you had missed this entry right here, don't panic. Don't panic at all, because over here, this happens almost all the time. So let me delete this right here. Over here for this buy, if you had missed this buy entry over here, we can see that you had another entry right here. We can see that over here. Now, price came to this side and we tested the same zone, making the previous resistance a support zone. So as you guys can see right here, now you have another chance to get in this buy trade right over here. Now, what else do we see for us to be able to get in this trade? We can see that over here now we have a support zone right over here. Now we have a support zone here that became resistance right here as well. Over here that became resistance over here. Now what do? Now we just simply waiting for price to break, retest, and we could have had our entry. Right over here. We have our entry right over here. And what do? Let me put this in replay mode, and you guys will see where our entry would have been for this trade right here. Now let me put this in replay mode, and let's take a look and see. Got our entry right there. We got our entry right there. We have 50 pips right here. Now you have your stop loss. This case we have 30 pips. We can have 30 pips stop loss. Make sure our stop loss is right below the previous zone. 30 pips stop loss. Now let's see how this trade played out. Bam, we got our take profit smash for 50 pips right there. So that's how you use this strategy for a buy trade. Now let's look for a sell example right here. Look for a sell trade. Okay, so right over here. Now remember, for a sell example, we need to make sure that price is below the 200 and price is below the 50 EMA when we're looking for sell trades. Now for these, where would our entry be? Right over here, we can see that over here we had the previous support zone that price came back to and made this a resistance zone right over there. Now over here we can see that we have a support zone right over here as well. So we can see that we have a support zone right over here. Now where would our entry be? Now for our entry, now we can see the price broke the previous resistance zone, and if you had got in over here as well, you would have had your take profit smash because of this zone right over here to the left hand side. But for our entry, what I usually like to do, and what I recommend, is that you wait for a retest back to your previous zone, then you can look for your entry after the retest. Now we can see that we have the retest over here. Price came back to the previous support zone, making this a resistance zone. Now once we see this, now what we're doing now is now we can start looking for our entries. Now our entry for this right over here, let me put this in replay mode so I can show you guys where our entry would have been for this trade right here. It's in replay mode. So right over here we can see that over here we could have had our entry right over here because price is now below the support zone right over here, and we can see that right here price came back to the 50 EMA. Now this gave us an opportunity to wait for price to be above this previous support zone and get in this trade. So our entry would have been right over here. We would have had our entry right over here, and we will have our stop loss right above this zone right over here, the previous support zone, and we can target 30 pips right there. And let's put this in replay mode. Let's put this in replay mode right here. We just start from right over here, and let's see where our entry will be. Price came back to the 50 EMA right there. So now your entry would have been right over here, and we have 50 pips right there. And as we can see, we got our take profit smashed right there for 50 pips, and risk reward ratio was actually 1 to 6 right there. So guys, this is how you use this strategy. So if this is your first time on my channel, and if you find value in this video, all I ask is that you like this video, smash the subscribe button, and turn on the bell notification so you guys won't miss any of my future videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.